going on, everybody? Welcome back to the G.B.B. Jay once again. And on the phone, I'm joined by Shans and London. What up, boys?
What up? What's happening?
Hey, United. 6 for 6 for Ollie, man. Manchester United beat Tottenham at Wembley 1-0. That's all we needed. I don't care about hat tricks. I don't care about braces. All we need was to get one goal, and David De Gea does the business at the other end. Boys, tell me what you thought was the best part of that game, because I know what I think is the best.
So, I'll go first. I'd have to say the best part of that game was watching the world's best goalkeeper at his absolute prime. I mean, if anyone were to watch that display and still doubt David De Gea's skill, they're blind. Because not only were the shots blinding, not only were they close-range, powerful shots that he was blocking, it wasn't just footwork, it was also cat-like reflexes on a couple of dives, catching the ball mid-air of Harry Kane's shot. It was fantastic. That and Paul Pogba's assist to get Rashford in for that goal, that was a master stroke.
Class.
So, absolutely out of this world.
London, what was your take, sir?
Well, I'll second that about De Gea. To me, I don't think there's ever been a doubt, but if someone needs convincing, there you go. There's your game for it.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about Man United really needed a stern test. Well, they got it again. They stood up to it. Because Tottenham ain't any old team that you can mess around with.
Yeah.
But look, as you said, they got the goal, they done the job, and they went back to Old Trafford happy.
That's
so
it, man.
You don't see that nowadays, that teams are winning 1-0. No, to defend that. And even under Mourinho, you would have to go 1-0 down to get a reaction, and then maybe you might leave there like 2-1 maybe if you've been on a positive note. But
So
to actually win and with a clean sheet is a bonus.
Yeah. Hey, and to go to Wembley and, concede 11 shots on target in the last 45, and for De Gea to save every single one, and every single one was pretty much a classy world, a world beater type save. Because if he didn't save those, we could have come away from there at least 5-1 with the amount of shots that they had. But, the boy between the sticks is too good, man. Way too good. From my point of view, I think, like London said, this was a real test for United, and we stood up and we got the result. Everyone was saying that the teams that we had first before this were minnow teams struggling in positions, came into the game against United out of form or out of touch with the top of the table. Tottenham are still a real contender to win the Premier League. They've got the players to be able to do it. They've got a manager to be able to do it. And they've been on a run that has been really scary to come up against. But to get the job done the way we did, like Shannon said, that ball from Paul Pogba, absolutely stunning, perfectly weighted. Marcus Rashford didn't even have to break stride. He touched the ball to control it, put it in the back of the net. Not much Hugo Lloris could have done about that. But at the other end, you got Son, Dele Alli, Harry Kane, Musa Sissoko, all these guys plucking shots. And like Shannon said, close range, to the feet, to the hands. De Gea was up to it. It's undoubtedly got to be the best goalkeeper performance I've seen in the Premier League this season, if not in the Premier League that we've seen for maybe the past 5 years. And that says quite a bit, because he's been the player of the season for us. I think 3 times out of the last 5 years, De Gea has been the best player at the club. He's proven it once again, and if not the best player just at Manchester United, he's definitely in for a shout for best goalkeeper in the world at the moment. No other keeper has to deal with the defense that he has to deal with, come up against the strikers that he has to deal with, and the teams that we play in the Premier League, and still we come away with a clean sheet. So he's done the business and he deserves man of the match because that was an outstanding performance. And if not for David De Gea, Rashford's going to be the other shout because the boy is perennial. He does what he needs to do. He gets into the right positions and he takes his opportunities. He had quite a few in the game, but when the ball drops to you, when it's put on a platter the way that Pogba gave it to him, you got to put it in the back of the net. Shan's, London, anything else you want to add to that? Because I'm on cloud 9 right now because, or should I say cloud 6? Because it's 6 in a row. Anything else to add, boys?
Yeah, well, that Tottenham squad, coming off the wins that they've had, yes, they were a difficult task, but it would be very easy for us to get ahead of ourselves. We won't be doing that to teams like Liverpool and City so easily. And not to say that this was an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Asking that many saves out of any goalkeeper is a hard task. So there's still work to do. Our defense does need to shore up that little bit more. We need to see something better out of a combination of two centre-backs. Lindelof and Jones did a good job stopping some of those crosses, like Jones is stopping Trippier's cross in, because that was a dangerous one. But if we solidify something in the back, say get Smalling and Bailey to solidify their spots there, then we'll look like a team that not only can crack our way back into the top 4, but can contend in the Champions League this season. I constantly say it's not so far-fetched to think we can go deep in the competition of the Champions League this season, just off the high we're having at this point in time. So if we shore that up, there's still work to do. If we shore that up, we can go far. But yeah, other than that, you've got to say that we're riding the high, and it's a great feeling.
Boy, everything you said there makes me happy. London, anything else to add from an external point of view? What are you thinking about this Manchester United team? Obviously rolling on to 6 wins under a caretaker manager in Ollie. What do you think is the big turn? What do you think it could be?
I was reading, as I said, the English news, and Paul Pogba said, look, he admitted that he wasn't suited for the tactics under Mourinho. He said that the change of tactics has made him feel more comfortable. He said the type of players, I think he mentioned Matic and Herrera. He said having them two behind him, he feels free to release himself, which you're obviously seeing a lot more now. That he's scoring his goals, he's getting his assists. You see him in the box a lot more. You don't see him such in a deeper role. And the thing about it is that's why you paid so much money for him, because of what he done at G.B.B. This guy, you didn't pay for a defensive midfielder. You paid for an attacking midfielder who can create and score goals. And that's what he's doing. So I think the most beneficial thing that I'm seeing is that everyone just looks happy with the tactics that have happened. It doesn't look like it's too difficult to understand or anything like that. It just seems like Ollie has actually just tried to play to the player's strengths.
Yeah. Look, from a player to a manager, and then being a manager that has played the game and at such a high level that Ollie has, he can obviously relate to these players and get across, obviously, to them his point of view, his tactics, the planning, and again, we all obviously have to say, obviously, Mike Phelan being there as well is a massive boost behind Ollie, because you have him with the passion, the understanding from the player's point of view. You have Mike Phelan, who's coached under Alex Ferguson, who understands what it takes to be a winning squad. And we're seeing the benefits of that. Obviously, that combination of the passion and the desire and the love for the club, combined with the understanding of what it takes to win games and how you obviously utilize the players at your disposal in the right way. It's a match made in heaven at the moment. And with the players that we have, We've got blistering speed. We've got technical ability. We've got, know-how. We've got Premier League experience. We've got almost everything you need to be at the top of the ladder and to win Premier Leagues and FA Cups and hopefully go further in the Champions League. It's all going to come down to now whether we can maintain this to the end of the season, whether we can obviously push deeper into the Champions League, whether we, give it a red hot crack to try and win the FA Cup. But I think that the formula at the moment, and obviously the positivity and the results, have all just pointed towards a happy camp at United, a united front within the playing group. And obviously the fans are feeling it because, the enthusiasm is back, the positivity is back, and the results are positive as well. Again, going up against Tottenham, no easy task whatsoever. And they showed that they're a good team by coming at us the way that they did in that second half. But, the will and the desire of this United outfit, combined with David De Gea between the sticks, pretty much, that's the best you can ask for. Yes, a few more goals would have been fantastic. Paul Pogba obviously had a number of opportunities. There was one where he side-footed the ball where he absolutely should have put his foot through it and could have put us 2-0 up. And, the storyline would have been, United come to Tottenham and dominate them. But it's still going to be, the pundits are still saying that shots were directly at De Gea, so they were easy for him to scoop up. He didn't really have to move much. You're still going to save the goals. You're still going to stop the ball from going into the back of the net. And Harry Kane is no second-tier striker. So this is obviously a big scalp to get. It's a big 3 points. Massive for the club, massive for the supporter base. And I'm absolutely wrapped. Guys, Shannon and I did our teams for this game. You'll see them obviously popping up at the bottom of the screen. You'll see the score lines. You'll see our predicted scores on FIFA 19. And in the top right-hand score is the leaderboard. I was one off getting a perfect freaking score. And I'm pretty pissed about that. But all the same, I'll take the 3 points. Guys, in closing, London, anything else to add just before we wrap it up?
No, I just wanted to kind of add to what you're saying is that, because you mentioned about Mike Phelan and obviously Martin Carrick's there.
Yes.
You mentioned Alex Ferguson. And Ollie as well. These are all players and staff members that done everything under Ferguson and understood what it takes to have a winning mentality.
Yeah.
And I think when you've got new players coming in, young players coming in, you need people that are gonna mentor them through hard times and stuff like that. And then when you've got people who actually experienced that in the past, there's no better people to actually help these young players thrive and achieve what they need to go and achieve.
100%. I agree because, like you say, Mike Phelan coached under Alex Ferguson. Solskjaer was coached by Alex Ferguson. Michael Carrick was coached by Alex Ferguson. Kieran McKenna obviously was around the club. So these guys all have an understanding of what it means to be at Manchester United. That's obviously the difference between this coaching group and obviously the coaching group that we've just come from with Jose Mourinho. So, when you believe for a club, when you understand the history of a club and you understand what it takes to be successful playing the way that this club is known to play, instead of trying to change the imprint of it and take United, trying to create a new path, the path that has already been laid, we know was paved with glory. So all they're doing is adding more stones along that path, and hopefully the glory days are around the corner for us. Shans, anything else in closing from you, sir?
Speaking on that Alex Ferguson influence, we've seen him in the last 2 weeks not just influence the staff, but he's actually come into Carrington and had a meeting with the players.
I saw that.
He's been at the grounds more often.
Yeah.
Not only is Ollie played under him, but he doesn't have the ego to sort of push out Ferguson and say, this is my time now, like Jose might have done. And more so than even David Moyes and Louis van Gaal's time at United, we're seeing Alex's influence more on the players. He's coming in, he's healthier now, so he's in a in a position to do so. But it does take a strong-minded staff and manager to allow that to happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's where success is built. We're going to have to face one day where he's totally not around and not in and amongst it all. So for the time being, if you can breathe that into the team, into the club, all the better. So it's for Alex Ferguson and for United at the moment.
Yep. and when you have someone like Alex Ferguson in and around the club, why wouldn't you utilize his influence? Like you're saying, just walking through the training ground, having a one-on-one conversation with players, obviously such as Rashford, Martial, Jesse Lingard, all these young guys that obviously, bar probably Martial, Rashford came through our academy, Lingard came through our academy, Paul Pogba came through our academy. If Ferguson was to just put his arm around them or say, you're doing a good job, you're making the club proud, imagine what that does for a player playing for this team, playing, in front of that man. His name is on top of the stands at Old Trafford, and this man is patting you on the shoulder and saying, great job, and you know everything that he's done. Quite frankly, he's the greatest manager. Okay, I'm biased, I'm a United supporter, but he's got to be the greatest manager of all time. And to have that man in and around the club, why wouldn't you utilize his influence to even just walk through the training ground, giving guys a pat on the back and saying, well done, good job, you do know where you are. This is, you're breathing the influence and the history of this club into these new players. So I agree with that 100%, Shans. Guys, thanks for joining us. Please check us out on all our social media platforms. Please comment, subscribe, like, and share. I want to thank London and Shannon for jumping on the line. Guys, we look forward to the next game. Brighton Hove, Albion. And we're going to see if we can get some more points there. Maybe Ollie can make it 7. Cross your fingers. Guys, thanks for joining us. Shot.